Hey yo! Last time I promised that saw a complete weapon combination comparison for Outsider, I will release a detailed video comparing both options. So here I am after testing a lot of combinations to show you which one I believe is the best and why. A few ground rules before each showcase. I've used the same build for Outsider in terms of demon wedges, which is the one you see right now in your screen. It revolves around buffing mostly his attack and resolve, as they are not only the most neutral buffs he can get, which amplify his damage in general, but also ones that make sense, as resolve boosts his damage when he lowered his HP with his ultimate. Of course, if you decide to go the route of skill damage, you can replace most of those Blaze resolves with Blaze volitions, as they will grant him the same attack percentage but an increase to his skill damage instead of resolve. To be fair, I like such setup better because resolve inherently buffs his whole kit and not just part of it, and 90% of the time you will be close to 1 HP with Outsider anyway, so you have those buffs for most of the battle's duration. If I also get the Prime Resolve Demon Wedge anytime soon, I would also replace the Prime Uplift one that I have currently on Outsider, since that would also give him a resolve boost, which is technically better for Outsider for the reasons we have already established. Still, I prefer to have the Prime Hand on Demon Wedge on Outsider, since it buffs his weapon damage a lot more, at the cost of skill damage though, as Outsider uses weapons more during combat. So yeah, I need to test which one is better, like hand down or resolve, so stay tuned for that. Still, a last rule I would like to give you in this showcase is that the main comparison will be done between melee weapon damage dealt and skill damage dealt, as these are what count most for Outsider mostly. All melee weapons are of the same level, which is 60, and their demon wedges are kinda the same in value, as I put attack, crit damage, crit chance, attack speed and trigger probability demon wedges across my weapons, again to make for a fair comparison. For Genimons, I used Proc boxes since it doesn't give any value in terms of damage, and I also didn't press it even once in this showcase on purpose to make way for weapons and skills to showcase their damage potential. Plus, the same happened for ranged weapons, as I didn't fire a single ammo in all of these showcases, again to showcase the damage potential of melee weapons and skill damage. So, without further ado, let's begin.
片付けておく。そっちは回収できるものがないか探してな。最後の冒険
勇気は褒めてあげるわ。
目に焼き付けるんだ。
さあ続けなさい。無駄なあがきよ。
あとは俺が片付けておく。そっちは回収できるものがないか探してな。そろそろ本気でいくぜ。
勇気を褒めてあげるわ。続けなさい。
あとは俺が片付けておく。そっちは回収できるものがないか探してな。
That's it for the weapon comparison showcase. Just a note before I give my final verdict, skill damage on Outsider is rather tricky to be dealt, as the only skill damage he deals comes from his Fang Spikes. So you either have to get hit many times to trigger a Fang Spike to fly toward the damage dealer, or you have to use your skill to fly 2 Fang Spikes toward the enemy, but you kinda need to aim those right, which is hard. Therefore, in some occasions, skill damage was rather lower than it could have been, like in the showcase of Elbide's Abound weapon plus Express Duo. Still, when facing many mobs, like in Immersive Theater, it's very easy to let Outsider get hit and throw back numerous Fang Spikes to the enemies. Taking this and the damage dealt numbers into consideration, I have to give the crown to Elbide's Abound as the melee weapon and Rendhusk as the ranged weapon. Of course, Express Duo is also another very decent option, but everything will boil down to how much skill damage you will deal during combat, so I generally prefer Rendhusk as it gives a more generic attack buff stat that's going to help both your weapon and your skill damage anyway. So yeah, generally I believe that's a better option as its effect is more universal. It's worth mentioning that Outsider's signature weapon, Exiled Fangs, is also a really good option if you pair it with Rendhusk, as Outsider's attack speed is really high, if not the highest in the game with it, which actually helps in building combo level fast and striking an amazing charged attack many times during combat. Plus, it also gives healing, which translates to Ultra Shield when Outsider is low on HP, so that's even more value to it. It's just that in pure damage dealt perspective, it lags behind Elbide's Abound, as Elbide's Abound provides additional resolve on top of some attack speed, which are both really good values to Outsider. Just remember to use his ranged weapon once in a while during combat, so you will ensure the duration of Elbide's Abound is extended, and also to trigger Turbulent Cyclone's effect and get more resolve, which translates to more damage for Outsider. Anyway, if you liked the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content on your home feed, as I will be releasing similar videos in the future for none other than Berenica, one of my favorite characters in the game.